There you go. Okay, so once again, my name's Taylor Cox, and this is our Mastering Real Estate interviews. We've got our second week here with Kim Drakulich, and she has mastered TikTok. Well, I mean, you've got 15,000 followers, so I'll give yourself a little bit of credit.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I'll give myself a little credit, but it's a constant thing. Once you think they throw you something else out there, so it's always, you know.
You're always. How long have you been on TikTok?
I got on TikTok during the whole 2020 craze. You know, there was Tiger King and TikTok, I feel like.
Oh yeah.
2020. But I got on it because like I told you a few minutes, I have 2 teenage daughters. They were on it. So I needed to be on it just to see what the heck this was all about. Should they even be on it? You know, I that's why I got it, to be honest with you. And I just started doing these silly videos, nothing to do with real estate. Like real estate was not on my radar. Once I saw that I liked TikTok, I thought it was fun. I thought it was relaxing, you know, just an outlet. I just started posting like silly videos. And I mean, it wasn't until 2021 where I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't going anywhere. TikTok isn't going anywhere. So that's when I, you know, started transitioning into more real estate content. So.
And so when you started that transition, did you have a lot of followers already? Was it pretty empty?
No, not, gosh, I didn't really pay attention, but if I had to, my best guesstimate would be when I switched to real estate videos, solely real estate videos in 2021, I would guess that I had maybe 3,000 or 3,000 followers, maybe. I didn't really pay attention.
That's a lot of followers.
Well, I mean, I like social media. I do. You know, I've Facebook, not Instagram so much, but definitely Facebook. I understood it right away, so I guess that helps. But it's just a matter of now that I do it for real estate, it's just a matter of being consistent. And I mean, I'm sure we'll get into that in a minute, but I guess when I started doing real estate, yeah, the followers started coming.
So did you have any kind of like strategy, or was it just kind of people just showed up, or?
There was not a strategy at first, I'll be honest with you. And here's why. I enjoy the app, right? Like I enjoy it. I didn't want it to feel like work. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want that to go away. I didn't want the fun of it to go away. So at first, no, it was just whenever I thought of something, poof, I would just do a random video. Now, yes, there's more strategy to it. I will what you call like bulk content. If I have a day where I don't have appointments, then I am doing videos back to back to back, changing outfits. Sometimes I don't, but I will take a day to just film a bunch of stuff that I've had written down or in my head. That way I can always constantly be pushing stuff out, because that's what you have to be consistent. You have to be posting. They say at least 3 videos a day. Do I do that always? I mean, you know, especially right now with everything's just so crazy. Do I hit it every day? No, but that's why I try to do batches to where I can.
So do you try to stick to 3 videos a day, or you do?
I do. I try. Yeah. And sometimes I do more, sometimes I do less. Like I said, it's not, I actually spend more time looking for content than I actually do filming it. If anybody is kind of, do you want me to kind of get into like, if I'm sure everybody has the app by now, right? I mean, everybody has it, but they're not quite sure how to like jump into it.
Exactly. You know, I went.
Oh, you're muted.
There we go. Okay. So if you go to my TikTok, it's pretty much like an evolution of me. It starts with just like videos of my kids, and then it's like, okay, I'm learning to cook, so there's cooking videos. And then now I'm doing real estate. So now there's real estate videos. So it's kind of like I'm with the rest of us where I'm just trying to figure out what I should be putting out there, how much
Right.
of it, what is going to actually get me views rather than people that, they're already following me. So they're just flipping through my thing and it gives me a view or something like that.
Right. So if ultimately you want to use it for your business, right? I mean, at the end of the day, you want TikTok leads are the absolute best because they see you. They know, like, for instance, I actually had, and Alexis saw it. I had somebody reach out to me yesterday. They filled out their contact info on my website, which is linked in TikTok, and they're looking to buy a house. And I called her and asked how she knew about me, or how she, where did you see me? How did you find out of me? Because I didn't know who she was. She was like, TikTok. So she clearly knows. I mean, if anybody has seen my videos, I do silly stuff. Sometimes I've got a bottle of Tito's, I just do silly stuff. So those are the best leads. They reach out to you because they like you. So I don't have to worry about selling myself. I already did that. That's what TikTok is for me. I'm already selling who I am on the app, and then they reach out to me. So for you, I mean, there's nothing wrong with obviously sprinkling in something, but I don't know how you are, with your kids and all of that. But TikTok is an app where you can't be private. Facebook, a lot of times, right? We're kind of, we don't post everything public. Like for me, I'll post my real estate stuff on public. But when I'm posting things about my girls or something like that, that's just my friends. TikTok, you have to be out there. So I would just really concentrate on real estate videos, decide what kind of content, because I think some realtors shy away from TikTok because like they might see my videos. Like, I can't do that. You don't have to. I took the road where I'm taking trends and making them real estate related. That's the avenue I chose because that fits my personality. There's others on TikTok, other realtors that strictly just talk on TikTok, like we are right now, talking about interest rates, talking about their buyers, talking about their sellers, and it works for them. If I were to do that, and I'll still do that, I'll still post little informational things here and there. Those videos don't do well for me though. I think TikTok has realized what I'm putting out there. So, those videos don't do well, but search hashtags, go in there and search hashtag real estate humor, hashtag realtor life, hashtag realtors of TikTok, and just see what people are posting just to get your ideas flowing. Believe me, there's been plenty of times where everybody takes each other's videos. Everybody takes each other's ideas. You should give them credit, but half the time people don't. People do. They look at, oh, I can do that. I want to do that. Get ideas and just start making videos. Like I said, at first you're going to find yourself on the app more than actually making the videos. That makes sense, because like I said, I do. I'm on it. That's why I'm on it, to find content, to get ideas.
So do you feel like the hashtag part is really important?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, you have to use hashtags. Now, don't get me wrong, I've posted some videos without hashtags because I don't know, I was just, one video I was just posting a rant about something, and it wound up doing very well without hashtags. But I think that might be because I have a decent amount of followers, but you definitely want the hashtags. And another thing that most realtors may not think about, I can't tell you how many referrals I've sent out because of TikTok. People will comment on my videos, man, I wish you were in my area. I'm looking for a realtor right now, and I wish there was someone like you in Ohio. I'll get right on that. I will find you somebody just like me in Ohio. The realtor community is awesome on TikTok. awesome. And actually, I think that's probably where most of my business moving forward is probably going to come from. It's going to come from referrals.
So, once you got started, right, did you instantly, you probably didn't instantly go up to 3 videos a day. How did you really,
No.
yeah, you started?
No. Honestly, it was a video that Gary V did. I don't know if you know who Gary V is or heard of him. He's a love him or hate him kind of guy. He's big on social media. He's a social media guru. And that is what he suggested. And I'm like, all right, I'll give it a try. And I mean, I said the more you post, the more because it's not like Facebook. You know, like if I were to post 3 times a day on Facebook, that's like, you know, people might start blocking you, you know, but TikTok, you know, there's just so many people and it's just so fast. No one would even realize that you're posting 3 times a day. Nobody would even realize it. So, you know, the mentality of like, oh my gosh, I can't be annoying. I can't be posting 3 times a day. Just throw that out the window because that's not TikTok. You can post several times a day. But yeah, that's when I started noticing more followers, the more I started posting, for sure. You can't just post one thing and then just let it go. Easy content to make. If someone comments on your video, you can video reply. I've been doing that actually the past couple days. I was talking about a company and people are asking questions, and instead of just typing a reply, you can video reply. That gives you another video. That gives you another video, and then they click that comment and it goes back to the original video. So now you're getting more views on the original video. So video replies are a great, an easy way to come up with more content.
Would you say that it's then like quality over or quantity over quality, or?
You know what? And I may get backlash for this, but I'm going to say yes. I don't want to say yes because I'm all about quality over quantity, right? We all, I mean, that's what's ingrained in us. And again, this is just my opinion, but I'm sorry, I have seen plenty of videos out there where the person's lip syncing isn't matching up or, you know, crazy stuff. And yet it's got 100,000 likes, you know? So it's really not about the quality of the video. It really isn't. It's about giving the viewer something they want to hear or see, or, you know, something. You got to catch them in a second, first of all, and using the right hashtags, using trending sounds, perhaps, things like that. It's like I said, I think people may have a different opinion, and actually your next guest might next week. I would ask him the same thing just to see what he says, but I've seen some pretty crappy videos that did really well. So, you know, that's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm. For me,
So
I've
just
noticed
put that stuff out there.
On my stuff, if it's a video of my kids, I get like barely any views. But if it's a video of me cooking or talking, I get views.
You would think the little kiddos. Well, so take that. You could even talk real estate while you're cooking.
I didn't even think about that. I could, yeah.
Talk real estate while you're cooking. You know how many realtors I've seen talk about real estate while doing makeup in their car or doing their hair? I mean, I can't do that because it would just look weird for me to do that. You know, to people who know me be like, Kim, come on, wait. But you could be, you know, I don't know, come up with something catchy or something. Yeah, you're cooking and talking real estate or something.
Okay, like cooking and real estate tips or that.
Something, yeah. I mean, take a minute to kind of, you know, simmer, if you will. But yeah, and like I said, I'm always going to go back to you have to feel comfortable for what you're doing. Like, you know, we hear the phrase in real estate all the time, you know, you're not going to succeed until you're uncomfortable, or whatever the phrase is. You have to be uncomfortable, right, in order to succeed. I not for TikTok, throw that out the window. You need to do what is natural to you. Like I said, there are some people that they wouldn't be able to do the videos that I do. I mean, I'm not saying I'm the funniest person in the world, but I have a sense of humor. I always have, even before TikTok. My marketing style was always posting funny memes about real estate on Facebook, or talking about a silly story. Like, that was just always my personality. So this was a natural transition, right? But not everybody's like that. Some people are analytical. Some people love videos, like actual videos, like taking videos of houses and stuff. Just find your niche and roll with it, because eventually TikTok is going to understand what you're doing, and it'll go to the right people. And then if it goes to your people and it does well, that's when it'll flood the For You page, and all that stuff. So
that's what I was just going to say, because you always hear, you know, pick your niche or stay in your, people are talking about real estate.
Yeah. And like I said, I not every single one of my videos is the same. And like I said, I don't know how to, I guess my niche is taking whatever trend is going on Facebook on TikTok at the time, whatever sound or something like that, and I'll somehow turn it real estate. Okay, that's usually what I do. The 10-second top videos, like 10 seconds is all I want to do on TikTok. But that's not going to stop me from doing like informational videos. I will do a few of them. They just don't do as well because that's not my thing. Whereas there are some realtors who, there's this one realtor in Indiana, her name is Courtney. She strictly just talks to the camera. Like, so this happened to my buyers today, and we'll just tell a story, or we'll give a piece of information or a tip. You know, when buying new construction, make sure that that's all she does, and she does well. So, you know.
Yeah, because I kind of use mine as like a little bit of a video diary, like this is what happened this day, or this is what happened this week. Because I do have to be honest, I did go through your TikTok.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, before this, and I'm definitely one of those people where I would feel so awkward trying to like do that, because I just can't picture myself doing that, you know. But yours looks so good, and I just know when I try and do that stuff, I feel embarrassed for myself.
Right. And but there's nothing wrong now if you're just embarrassed to do that, but you're like that in real life, then maybe we need to talk about it. Maybe it is just being camera shy. But if you're legit, like not that goofy type personality, then please don't do what I do, because it'll come off just weird, you know. I don't want to, but I've seen it. I've seen and I probably come off weird with some of my videos when they're not quite the same, which is why I don't do very many of them. I stick to what I think I'm good at and what works for me. We're on to something with you though, with the cooking, simmering, something. We're on to something that could be your thing.
You know, and I definitely am a little bit goofier in person, but I definitely notice if anyone's in the room, I instantly get like embarrassed, or like my voice gets quieter. Like, I can hear it during my videos. Like if anyone walks in the room, because as soon as I'm off of that, my husband's making fun of me. His mom's laughing at me. Like they're all looking at me like I'm a weirdo.
I get looks like that all the time from my kids and my husband. I'm like, Kim, what are you doing now? So yeah, I mean, you just got, and there's so many realtors on TikTok right now. And so I guess I do have to say it is kind of getting flooded. It was nice last year when, you know, there weren't as many of us. Now there's a lot of people, a lot of realtors on TikTok, but it's great. It's cool because we all know different people and it's all throughout the, you know, across the country. And like I said, it's like a community. I really feel like there's probably about 40, 50 realtors not in North Carolina, well, maybe in North Carolina, but not in our area, that I can just name like that and tell you where they are just from seeing their videos, just from being on TikTok. And everybody supports each other. I mean, I'm sure that at least half my followers are probably fellow realtors, honestly. But that's okay.
What I noticed too, as soon as I put out like my TikTok on anything, I got 100 new followers and they're all realtors.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, you know, it's really good. And I like that it can be kind of like a referral system. Like, even if they're not getting something from TikTok or I get something from TikTok, they kind of know who I am because they're kind of seeing my videos now.
Exactly. And, you know, with Facebook, like on my Facebook business page, there was always, which honestly, I don't use as much anymore. But everybody had a different opinion. I did not want other realtors liking my business page. I just didn't, because, you know, Facebook didn't really put out very much to begin with. You pretty much had to pay for anyone to see your post. Why do I want, you know, a realtor in California seeing my listing here in North Carolina? But TikTok is the complete opposite. Come on, follow me. And just to let you know, definitely follow people also, because if they don't follow you, they can't message you. So if you want to, you know what I mean? So I pretty much will follow anybody that follows me. I'm starting to. If you look at
right, yeah. So because they can't message you unless you follow them back. Okay, right. That makes more sense.
Yeah. And I didn't realize that right away. Because if you look at my numbers, they're very like this. Like I've got, you know, 15,000+ followers, but I'm only following like 3,000 or something. So I'm trying to get better about that. It'll never catch up, obviously, but I'm trying to be better about following people. It's just, it's a great tool. And I tell you what, I really think that they're coming after YouTube. I really think they are. There's a buzz that they're dropping beta tests for 10-minute videos on TikTok.
I've seen that. My phone told me that earlier today.
Yeah. So, you know, here's an app that started as 15-second videos. You can only post 15-second videos. And it's 60-second videos. Now, I think most people have the 3 minutes now. I don't know, but now it's 3 minutes. And now they're going to do 10 minutes. They already have stories. So I don't know. I really think, because there's such a huge DIY following thing, you know, on TikTok, you can pretty much like I really think it's the new YouTube. So you'll have the ability to post, you know, really good informational videos on TikTok, as opposed to doing one for YouTube and one, you know, because YouTube, you got to do it horizontal, and TikTok, you got to do it vertical, and that eliminates that whole mess. TikTok is here to stay. So better late than never. Usually what I do is I've kind of been like, oh, well, this is what my YouTube video is going to be about. And then I go to YouTube and I do the longer video there. As soon as I saw that, you know, the 10-minute video, I was like, oh, I don't know who's going to watch a 10-minute video. It's kind of like, you know, it's like when I go to TikTok, it's not to watch like a 10-minute video. It's to watch someone be stupid or do something stupid, you know, and make me laugh, that kind of thing. Exactly. And I hear you, and I agree with you for the most part. But I have noticed lately that there have been longer ones. And if I'm actually interested in it, I'll watch it. You know, I'll watch it. I don't know if I can watch a 10-minute video, But then again, I can't watch a 10-minute video on YouTube either. That's just me. You know what I mean? I'm barely, I can't watch 10 minutes on YouTube either. But it was all that just to say that I really think that that's what they're trying to do. They're just trying to become the new YouTube. I mean, YouTube battled back, I guess, with their short stories. I don't know if you saw YouTube has the shorts now.
I've seen those. I haven't even tried it.
Yeah, I put a few of my TikToks on there just to say that I tried it, but yeah, I haven't done anything with them, but it should be interesting. But either way, like I said, it's here, it's not going anywhere. And I just highly encourage people to follow realtors, follow those hashtags, especially if you're not on it enough. You really need to take a day to be on it for quite some time, and don't be a stalker. Like things. Tell TikTok what you like. So that way your For You page is for you. You know, spend time to scroll past things you don't want to see, heart the things you want to see, then follow that person, etc. TikTok will shortly understand what it is you want to, you know, and then you'll see what you want to see and you'll get video ideas, you know, and it becomes a little easier. But an idea doesn't have to be a trend. If you went and, you know, saw a house yesterday with a client and I don't know, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but something happened or whatever without disclosing the buyer or anything like that. But just talk about it. And then at the end say, has that happened to anybody else? Just have a conversation.
Sorry, my husband called me.
You're fine.
Let me see, bye. So what is your routine? You say that you go through and you kind of find other people's videos. Do you just watch other people's videos? Do you watch the trends, or is it random ideas mostly? What do you really do to get all of that content?
Honestly, it's okay. So I get up very early in the morning. My husband says too early because it wakes him up and I get up, but I am up most mornings between 4 and 4:30. And I take you do?
My son, this one, does not know how to sleep in later than 6 o'clock.
Oh, actually, it was my kids. That is how I started waking up early, because I got sick of them being my alarm clock. Like I would sleep until.
Yeah, he wakes me up. He stands up in his bed and screams at me until I grab him.
I don't remember how old they were, but at one point I was like, you know what? No, not anymore. I want to have a cup of coffee in me. I want to be zen before the day gets out of control. But so now I am like a ridiculous morning person. But anyway, I purposely, and to me it's just fun. I take almost an hour and I will scroll. For me, it's just scrolling, because like I said, I'm already seeing what I want to see. TikTok shows me what I want to see. So I don't really have to go searching for anything. You know what I mean? But if someone is newer to TikTok, then I would search hashtags. I would search, what's real estate tip, hashtag real estate tips, hashtag home buyers. What are those hashtags doing? You can put in a hashtag and just scroll through every single video that has that hashtag. So for me, I'm just scrolling my For You page, because like I said, my For You page is good enough to do that with. But you know, people need to do hashtags, whatever. And I mean, I can't tell you how many of these I have all over anytime I have an idea, I write it down. Utilize the favorites. Do you know like how to say, you know, you save a video to your favorites? I do that all the time. Anytime I have an idea, and it doesn't have to be like, most of the time they're not even real estate videos. It's another video, but I like the sound. I'm like, oh, I can do something with that. I will save the video and then jot down on one of my legal pads what I want to do with it. And then when I have a day of, you know, when I really want to do content, because I'll do a video every day and I might not even have it written down. It could just be something that happened. or I'm going to a restaurant and I take some, you know, random videos of the restaurant or whatever. But the videos that I save and I write down, I do try to do them in batches. If I don't have an appointment that day, I'm filming TikToks.
Do you ever, like, what about those days where you're just not in the mood to do videos? Do you have them stocked up? What are you doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like I said, I try to do enough to where I've got a couple days where I don't need to make anything new. I've been on it long enough, though, where I have gone back to 2021, found one of those videos that did well, and reposted it, and it did well again. I mean, a whole year. First of all, we're still in the same crazy market, so it's still relatable, and new people are seeing it. So if you have been on TikTok long enough, I've done that a few times too. But there's videos out there, like, if you just think of a saying or think of why if you're upset, or there's people that literally just look in the camera, say absolutely nothing, put some text in with some music, and boom, that's a video.
I have one video like that. You know, it's just because I do have depression, so I put out a video like that, and it's just me listening to a song, kind of like bobbing my head, and it's really just the words of the song that matter, you know? Mm-hmm. So I do have one video like that. But for me, I just get so, like, caught up in my head, like, oh, this isn't good enough. Or I watch it and I'm like, well, that's stupid. No one's gonna watch that. Or so when you're putting out those videos and you get that feeling about a video, are you just putting it out anyway? And
girl, I put it out anyway. Because it still amazes me that some of the videos that I've done that I've actually taken time to do, right? Like, it was fresh idea. Nobody's done this. I even edited it. Like, it was a great video. I spent time on this. I can't wait to put this out there. Does absolutely nothing. Like, what the? But yet some of the videos, like, oh my gosh, this is so corny. I just thought of this, and, 5 seconds, 20 minutes later, it's got 500 likes. So always post it. Always. You never know. You really never know. So I always post.
Do you think it's important to edit those videos? Because I don't edit any of mine.
It depends. Again, personally, I don't think so. I think Mike Corbett next week might tell you something different, because he's all about that. The only reason I edit some of them is simply because I have to. Like, I've got, pieces of videos that I have to put together or something, like I did one, for instance, with my daughter a couple weeks ago, and that one had to be edited because we were doing different things. But for the most part, again, I'm a real estate agent. I'm not a TikTok connoisseur. I'm not a videographer. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm terrible with that stuff. So when you're putting those videos together, is it just on TikTok or using a different app? What are you doing?
I'm using a different app. So I use Splice. My daughter prefers, I have that one on my phone too. She prefers CapCut. Splice, I just know better. But again, I'm not saying I'm good at it. I'm trying to think of some instances that I use, like why I used it. I can't remember, but Splice is good enough for me. There's others that are more expensive and more, whatever, but I like Splice.
Does Splice cost money?
Well, they have a free version. I pay for the, because I feel like I do use it enough to where I can justify paying for it. I don't know how much it is though. I'm trying to look at it right now, and Apple is making me sign in. But it's always good to have, at least one editing app just to fool around with, at least. No, I'm not gonna look at it now. Darn it.
Let's talk lead gen wise though. So are you only doing TikTok now for lead gen?
Okay, so I use TikTok's platform to make the content, but ultimately I'm 43 years old. A lot of my sphere, a lot of my past clients are still all about that Facebook life, which is fine. So I still get more leads through Facebook, but it's because of the TikTok videos. That makes sense. I'm reminding people on Facebook what I do without having to say what I do. I'll post my TikTok videos to Facebook.
So what would you say for someone that's just starting out, maybe doesn't have that big sphere? What should they be doing? How should they be getting those fresh leads?
On any platform?
Just in general, I mean, like for me, it's actually my first month. I've never done anything. I've never done anything in real estate. I've been a stay-at-home mom for 3 years. So this is completely new to me. So I'm just trying to completely figure out anything and everything.
So what is your most valued social media? Like, what do you use the most? No, forget real estate. What do you use the most? Where do your people see you?
So my family does not do social media. They are very against it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got TikTok because it was the easiest way to send videos to my mom.
Yes.
And so she was the only person I had on TikTok. And I use Facebook because I do have, a couple older people that in my family that will use Facebook, that kind of stuff. Instagram is more like my husband's family, his cousins, that kind of stuff. So really, the only reason I have social media was to send out pictures of my kids. So now I'm trying to figure out how to transfer from that to more of a business.
Yeah. Ooh. Well, I'll tell you what. I really think TikTok will be your best and quickest way to get followers, because you don't need a sphere of influence, if you will, on TikTok, where, you know what I mean? Whereas Facebook, like, I don't consider those followers my sphere of influence. I don't. They're followers, they're potential business. Facebook, that's my sphere of influence. That's where my past clients are. That's where my family is, So I would use TikTok to just gain traction, gain followers. I don't even think I brought this up. I keep saying hashtag real estate, hashtag this. Where do you want to do most of your business? What town? Charlotte?
So I'm actually in Washington State.
Okay. I had no idea. Okay. So, that's why it's at 2:00 in the afternoon here. Thought that was a weird time. Okay. So whatever town you are in Washington, hashtag Seattle, whatever. Start looking at those hashtags too, and start using those hashtags. May I ask how old you are?
I'm 24.
You need to be on TikTok 24/7. You do. You need to be on TikTok 24/7. Facebook, like I said, we're 20 years apart. Sorry, I'm laughing at me, not you. Bless you. You're lucky. Your TikTok all the way. Just start posting at night when you're trying to relax. Just look at videos. That's work. I'm telling you, that's working. You're working. You're looking through. You're trying to content.
I feel good about it because I feel like I'm not working, and my husband looks at me like, what are you doing? And then it's like, I've been so conscientious about who I follow, because it's like, if I follow someone, I want to like their videos. So I haven't been following like a bunch of people, So when you were saying, follow everyone, I was like, but isn't that gonna mess up my For You page? Because right now it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Well, why is it fantastic now?
Because I only follow people I like.
Well, okay, so on TikTok, but there's two categories. There's the people you follow, Like when you look at the app, there's, you know, your follow and then your For You.
Okay, yeah, my For You page is babies. There's babies everywhere.
Do you want to continue using TikTok for babies, or do you want to use TikTok?
You know, and that's a good way to think about it too, because I've been thinking about it as, oh, well, I'm looking at stuff that's going to entertain me, but I should be looking at it as a way of working.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, to comment when you said, you know, your husband would look at you, you know, I'll be honest, when I first started posting more TikToks and, you know, real estate related and whatnot, my husband, he was like, what are you doing?
My husband, he looks at me and he's like, okay, so how much money is that video going to make me? That's what he said.
Oh, no. Don't be listening to that. It's a long game. It's lead generating. He wouldn't say that if you were going outside knocking on doors, right? What's that going to get you? That's like old school marketing. I'd rather make a 7-second video and send it out to the masses consistently 3 times a day than knock on my neighbor's door and say, do you want to buy or sell a house? Aaron, right? I mean, if you told your husband you walked the neighborhood.
He would call me a weirdo and he would tell me that I was wasting time.
Well, then I don't know what to tell you. It's part of our lead generating is our business. Like if we don't lead generate, we don't make money. So you have to do this. And a lot of realtors have finally come to the realization, myself as well, back in like 2018, why do I have to call strangers? Like why am I being taught that? I don't like when strangers call me. Why am I being taught to knock on strangers' doors when I hide when some random person knocks on my door? You know, this is the new age. This is the new way to lead generate. And it's not going to change overnight. You're not going to post one video and then sit there like, okay, it'll take time, but you're brand new. Like, give it time, and I promise you, they'll start rolling in at some. I mean, it will.
So from let's say 2021, how long did it take you to start getting those referrals and those leads off of TikTok?
Actually, honestly, the first one only took a month, but that was random. We just happened to be commenting on the same video. That was a weird situation. But I would say about 5 months or so, give or take. But like I said, all of my leads, I still believe pretty much come through, like people wind up messaging me through Facebook, like my sphere does, you know what I mean? Because they see my TikTok videos. Every time someone messages me, they start with, OMG, I love your TikTok vids. Like, you know, that's how it starts every time. So while TikTok is my favorite, I still will always post them, not as much as I used to, but I still will post some of them on Facebook to make sure that my sphere, you just got to think of it as TikTok. I don't think of TikTok as my sphere of influence. I think of it as followers and potential business, whereas sphere, they're like my people. I know them. I don't know these TikTok people.
So they know. For Facebook, are you doing mostly just sharing your TikTok videos? Or I've been told that like everyone does those Canva pictures and they make them all fancy and nice, and you don't do that?
No. Like I said, I think my time is better well spent doing something else. You can, but although I don't what do you mean by pictures and stuff?
So a lot of the stuff that I see other people post, or I'm in a group where they just post them and you take them and you put them on your page just for that specific purpose. It's a lot of these are the 10 steps to get your house ready to sell, or these are the 5 reasons to sell in spring, or that kind of stuff.
I used to, and maybe one I'll throw something like that out on my business page. And And I'm not, but again, I'm not saying it's wrong to do that. Everybody's different, but I feel like at this point in my career / life, whatever you want to call it, if I personally were to put something like that out, people, people would think, Kim, did you get hacked? Like, this doesn't sound like you. You know what I mean? That stuff, I would still post on my business page, maybe just to have something out there, but you have to post something. And if that's what you've got, then put it out there. You've got, you know what I mean? You got to let your people know that you are a realtor. And that
the last question I want to ask you is, if you were starting out today was your first day as a real estate agent, would you do anything differently or something you would stay away from? What do you think would build your business the fastest, the best way?
Oh my gosh, I seriously feel like I spent my first year of just trying to reinvent the wheel, or, trying to have the perfect website. Like I'll never forget, I didn't want to launch, quote unquote, my website until I had every little link I wanted, until I did, like, I spent a year trying to be perfect instead of just doing it. You know what I mean? There's so many shiny things out there. 10 ways to get 30 listings in 30 days, for $29.99. Show me how. It's all just, you just have to get your name out there. You just have to get yourself out there. I wish social media was as crazy as this in 2015, 16. It was just Facebook, Oh man, if I had just started, my butt would be on TikTok 24/7.
Do you feel like this company or this job is more of a learn as you go, or learn before you jump, or what do you think?
It's learn as you go. I mean, obviously, the NAR thinks you learned enough, right? You got your license. So, you can be in the business 20 years and you're still going to learn something new. And that's kind of what I'm talking about. I was so afraid. I was afraid. I felt like I just kept needing to learn more and more and more and more before I actually did. Well, if you don't do, you don't make money. Like, eventually.
That's where I've kind of been, because it's like, well, what if I do get someone that's like, let's buy a house, and I'm like, well, how do I find the house? Am I just searching for the house on Zillow? Like, how am I supposed to help them?
Yeah, that's what people like Alexis. That's what your people are for. Lean on them. Yeah, because you're never going to know what you don't know until you find out. Like, you know what I mean? It's a learning experience. That's the only way you're going to learn tips on showing a house, or what to remind your buyers of before closing, et cetera, et cetera. Each transaction will most likely teach you something different. And I'm sure you've got a wonderful community where you can ask anybody anything. So you just got to get out there and do it. Start making them cooking real estate videos.
And I feel like with each week that I've been doing this, I definitely learned so much more. And that's why I'm excited that I'm doing this, and kind of then posting it to the group for new agents, so that then everyone can learn the things as we're all doing it together,
Yeah.
And I wanted to thank you so much for coming and answering all of my questions and helping me out, And
Yes.
then I wanted to invite everyone back. Next week, we have Mike Corbett for using...
Don't miss that. Sorry. He's a good friend of mine. He's awesome. Miss that.
So he does video marketing, and in 2 years, he went from 346,000 in gross sales to 10.5 million in gross sales. So he's going to teach us how he did that. And then the week after, we have Rick Tomasini, who used to be an appraiser and has done over 10,000 appraisals. And he's going to walk us how to do a CMA as an appraiser would, so we don't have to deal with appraisal gaps or that kind of stuff.
Pretty cool.
And then Sarah, Chantel, do you guys have any questions that we can answer before we end this?
Yeah, hi, Kim. Could we have your TikTok handle?
Yeah. It's Kim Sells Concord. So it's KIMSELLSCONCORD. Kim Sells Concord.
All right, got it. Yeah, there you go. I'm following you right now.
Oh.
Sarah, did you have any other questions? Because I know Chantal said that she's good.
No, no questions at all. You were so good with explaining everything. I actually want to get to TikTok right now and start making videos.
Yes, do it. Do it. I'll follow you back.
Awesome.
Chantel, she stalks me. Do I follow you? I hope I do. Sometimes I get lost. Like it's hard to keep up. I hope I follow you. I'll look. But, okay.
I think I need to change my name on TikTok because I feel like when people look at my TikTok, they're kind of like, what is this? And it's like, because I definitely named it before I started this real estate stuff, you know?
Yeah, you want people to know. Oh, yes, I do follow Chantal. And it is Real Estate with Chantal. Perfect. I know exactly where she lives and her name. Perfect. Yeah, you should. Taylor, what is your before we make sure
I'm
you.
not embarrassed at all, but it is Penguin Foods.
Penguin food. Okay. Yeah, you might want to change it. I mean, I don't want you to change it, but like, you know, I don't know. If I'm referring an agent, you know, or a client of mine, an agent, like, yeah, look up Penguin Food on TikTok. Like, wait, what? Wait, Penguin Food?
Penguin Food, penguins with an S at the end of penguin and then food.
Users. Where are you? There you are. Yep. Okay. Yep. I'm following them. I just gotta find Sarah. Hold on. Don't end this yet. I just want to make sure. Well, she says she's following me, then I should find it.
It's Sarah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, gotcha. Yeah, please start making videos. It's just and I tell you what, honestly, like my first real estate video, my first video was actually a real estate video. Now that I think about it, in 2020, I thought that that's what I was gonna, you know, I was gonna do that, and I was like, this is stupid. Like, this is horrible. What is this? And I just let it go. And then the pandemic hit, and that's when everything just turned into doing fun stuff, you know, laughing, haha. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure. I mean, my first real estate videos were not something I'm proud of. You just keep doing it. You just keep doing it. That's all you can do. So that's what I got.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Kim. And hopefully we can refer some business back and forth and we can talk some more. You know, I'm really glad Alexis got us set up and do this video today, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And thank you so much for being here. And thank you, Chantel and Sarah. And hopefully we'll see you guys next week too.
Cool. Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Bye.